All right, so welcome everybody to the first of the afternoon sessions. I'm Martha Rook. I am a board member and the treasurer of the Arm Foundation for Cell and Gene Medicine. And I have with me here our chairman.
Hi, my name is Brett Kopelan. I run something called the Dystrophic Epidermolysis Bullosa Research Association of America. So I'm a caretaker of a child with a particularly severe form of a disease called epidermolysis bullosa. And for the purposes of now, I'm also the chairman of the Arm Foundation for Cell and Gene Medicine. So thank you for being here.
And grab our controls. So we wanted to take the opportunity of being here at the meeting on the Mesa to talk a little bit and introduce the Arm Foundation for Cell and Gene Therapy to the group. And Brett and I are going to be doing this presentation together. And I'm going to be starting off with a little bit about the mission of the foundation and a little bit of our history, and explains why we're here at the meeting on the Mesa. So the Arm Foundation for Cell and Gene Medicine really serves as an educational and informational catalyst for the issues fundamental to making gene and cell therapies available to patients. We were started in 2018 by the Alliance for Regenerative Medicine, but as an independent 501c3 nonprofit organization. So that means that we are a nonprofit charitable organization with a focus on education. And we are funded through donations and gifts, sponsorships from charitable organizations, and all of that is tax deductible. So we have a distinct mission from ARM, where we really have a goal of convening to raise awareness about the progress, challenges, and results of cell and gene therapies, with our real goal of accelerating patient access to these therapies, which can be life-changing.
So it's important to actually pay attention to who our constituents are. So who are we trying to educate and how are we delivering the educational materials? First and foremost, it's patients and families. They need to understand a little bit about the cell and gene therapy. They need to understand the regulatory pathway and a life cycle of drug development. We're also targeting clinicians because it's important as they speak to the patients' families about these potential therapies that they need to be able to have a standardized nomenclature, and so we're developing materials for them specifically, and of course for the cell and gene medicine developers. It's important for them to really know what information should they either be developing or working with us to develop for patients and clinicians. So these are really our stakeholders and our constituents.
And then as a large part of our mission being, or the core of our mission being, the development of educational materials, and then getting those educational materials to our key stakeholders. This covers a little bit how we do that. We started in 2018, and one of our first big efforts on the education front was the Healing Genes website. So this is a website that acts as an aggregate of information for patients, for caregivers, for clinicians, around the fundamentals of cell and gene therapy. And you can see here, let's see if I can get this to work.
Pointer?
Maybe not. Well, you can see in the middle panel there then, just a screen capture from the Healing Gene website, a little section on materials we put together for understanding cell and gene medicine, and particularly what a gene defect is. And so it goes into the cell and the genes and the DNA and gets some content that is accessible around describing that. So there is a trove of content on the Healing Genes website itself. In addition to that, we focus on educational print or e-materials, so short PDF downloadable content that can be easy to understand and focused on particular topics of interest. So we continue to make these. We work with partner groups around what type of content is necessary, is needed, that people are interested in, and generate that and then make it freely available as well. And then finally, some of our distribution methods for the educational content is in meetings like this. Meetings where we can talk about our mission. There are some where we talk on particular focused topics of education. We did one recently on vocabulary. So what is common vocabulary that you're going to hear about in a cell or gene therapy? If you're interested in a trial, we do content on, okay, what is that clinical trial like? And convene these types of meetings. This one today, the panel following us that Brett is going to lead, is really around, okay, what information should cell and gene therapy developers prepare for patients? What are they looking for? What's needed to be partners in the journey?
So perhaps some have heard that we are going through a renaming process right now where the board has decided to rename the organization as the Foundation for Cell and Gene Medicine. We believe that that will lead to less confusion and differentiation between ARM and now the Foundation for Cell and Gene Medicine. We did see at certain times that there was confusion about the purpose of particularly the ARM Foundation, so we believe that this will give us some differentiation. It is a very succinct and has a clear focus. It's Foundation for Cell and Gene Medicine. It makes it easily repeatable, and it pretty much says what we are about. We're going to keep the same mission. We think it's an incredibly important mission to educate the different constituencies that we have, and clearly we're going to keep our same stakeholders. So as we move forward, there will be a change in the website to the new name. But like I said, the mission, the focus, and the execution will stay the same.
So this was just a brief introduction to the ARM Foundation, and we hope that we're leaving you all interested in learning a little bit more about what we do and how we educate and the materials we generate. And you can just see on the slide here, if you want to learn more, you can go to our website, which is thearmfoundation.org, which talks more about our mission and what the programs we're running are. You could go check out healinggenes.org to take a look at some of our educational content and what we developed. And importantly, as a 501c3, we're always looking for donations. Any kind of small donation or large is greatly appreciated, and you can easily do that directly at thearmfoundation.org/donate. So thank you all, and happy to take any questions if there are any before moving on to the panel.
Hard to see. Appreciate your time, and thank you, Janet, for giving us the opportunity.